What's up with it? Your boy Dark Kent, and welcome to the Jewels and Gems platform. We're gonna try this again. Had a little mishaps with the audio, but we right back at it. Go ahead and reintroduce yourself,
Hello,
co-host.
everyone. My name is Rita. Uh, I'm happy to be in this position to be able to, I guess, give people what I have learned. I'm not going to say, as of right now, I don't feel like, um, I hope I am enlightening people, but I am no guru or anything. But I am happy to be on this platform to share the knowledge that I have been learning. I am so excited, a little nervous, but I hope it comes off clear. And I hope these jewels and gems be able to enlighten people's lives. But hello, everyone. I'm Rita.
Not bad, not bad. So, basically, what this platform is discussing a lot of esoteric related things, astrology, things of that nature. Um, just really doing some deep thinking. And if that's not for you, then I suggest you just tune us out. If this is for you, tune in. Not only are we, discussing it and sharing the knowledge or you know highlighting talking points and things of that nature, but we open to hear others too. You know what I'm saying? Learning from other people because we're not, like as you stated, we're not gurus, we're not um, experts, I should say, um, but we are going off of, well,
Things
Miss
that
Lady,
we've
that you
researched,
research, right? That you
right?
research and that you have taken for face value to believe in.
And even experienced and studied. Um, so research just don't go it just doesn't stop at just reading some article or reading a book. I mean, like actually experiencing things.
It can. I mean, if you are
So
referencing, you know what I'm saying, where you got your info, you giving references to it. Hey, I found this and such and such. I know that's something that we always had to do when you did book reports, papers, things of that nature. You got a
mhm.
reference where you got your source. A lot of people will always be like research, what I'm saying, when they are giving information and whatnot. And what you should do, look into it. But sometimes I be want to know, okay, well, what did you look at to whatever you sharing to share your knowledge? What is your references? You know what I'm saying, to gather that information that you're sharing with the world or you sharing with others. So, what's your reference? Where do I need to start at to I guess, verify or to, correlate the information that you're sharing to others that you figure that might be new to some people or, bringing enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? Where did you get that info from? What's the name of the book? What's the name of the, what's the link? What is your source? So, but I think people got the gist of it, just trying to enlighten some folks, mostly, hopefully, our youth. You know what I'm saying? I could say, well, speaking for myself, a lot of them out here are lost, and there are some intelligent ones too. You know what I'm saying? That surprise you, very intelligent and ahead of their time, and you know what I'm saying. And having conversation with them, interacting with them, you find out some things that you probably didn't know. Um, so with all that said, let's dive right into it. So the name of this video, um, bioengineered personalities. Do you know who you are? Is the question. So do
Yes.
you know who you really are, and what is bioengineered personalities? What do you think bioengineered personalities is?
You know what? It's funny because if you go out into the world and you probably ask most people, and maybe we should do a poll or a survey of this. Do you question? Do you know? Some people would think like, yeah, I do. Even at some point that people say, "Oh, I've worked on myself. Yeah, I know who I am, and I know what my likes and my dislikes." But have you just really sat and took the time to just not only, I'm pretty sure you dissected your life, but people don't understand these are experiences that we're having. Um, we are energies having a physical experience. You cannot base who you are sometime on you can find out a lot of things about who you are through your experience, but you can't really base who you are because of your experience.
Okay,
It's the
so
energy that you are innately born with.
okay,
And you
so let's
gotta
let's back it
say,
up. I don't mean to cut you off. Let's back it up. Energy. You saying that we are energy. So for people that may not quite know where you coming from with that, could you break that down a little bit about energy? You might look at I'm a human being. I'm flesh and bones. I'm blood and bones, and we talking about energy.
okay, so for one, okay, what is energy? People don't, it's like simple. Energy is um, emotions are energy in motion. Energy is, well, I just want to make sure I give the correct
Yeah, take your
definition.
time. So
We're
energy,
just going to
energy.
give a correct definition because I don't want to give anybody any wrong information.
Where does energy come from? I wonder
So,
would that be would that can help
most
kick it off.
people don't think beyond the world we live in. People are really surface thinkers. People just think, about things just as in front of them that's tangible. But people have to think what came before that tangibility, before we were formed and materialized. Where did we come from? How
Okay.
did we get these bodies? There is an energy in us that gives us emotions, which is energy in motion. So innately, we are spirit beings that really have us, like, have energy and breath in this body and have a soul, did not come from this place that we live on called Earth.
Okay. So sort of like, would you say that okay, we're made up of little tiny molecules? Our body. I've once read that our body is consists of 70% of water.
I would
So,
agree. I would agree. I mean, it's probably not the exact number because I've heard it change, but I think we right around there.
but mostly our body is made up of water.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm still trying to look up the definitions of energy. So they have physics, the property of matter and radiation, which is manifest as a capacity to perform work such as causing motion or the interaction of molecules. So that's what I said. Energy is, I mean, emotions are energy in motion. So
Right.
when we express ourselves, It's our energy in motion in any way we do. When we get up and we go to work, when we brush our teeth, what we eat, we exert energy into doing those things. That's an energy in motion. And that energy creates an experience. But people base who they are simply on their experiences. But before their experiences, you had it was some energy that was inserted into that. Who was that person that manifested that experience? People don't know we manifest the things in our life by the energy, the emotions that we put, because we're vibrate. That's a vibration, because we're study put when energy they say oh, it's a saying when it says energy goes, it is, I can't think of it right now, but the
You can
more
come back
and
to it. That's
yeah,
fine.
the
That's
more
fine.
and more you put your energy towards something, and the more you want something, that's the more and more likely that you will achieve it.
It'll,
Not saying that it always happens, but when you really put your energy into things,
it can
you
come to fruition.
manifest things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So people don't understand, like, oh, this just happened to me, this just happened to me, and they base like, oh, you know, this is my experience. But sometimes you have to take a step back and think on, who was this person before this experience?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who is this person that manifests this experience to me? That gives you an insight on who you are, and why are you having these experiences. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
But a lot of people don't know some of these experiences that we having are manipulated. When we are born into this world, that's the first manipulation. So now we get into bioengineered personalities. To me, I personally believe my definition of a bioengineered personality, just like fake food, you have fake personalities. Because and then you have people walking around that don't know they have a fake personality because they really don't know who they are. But then you have people intentionally having fake personalities. You know what I'm saying? To manipulate and control.
Right.
So here it is. We're first born into this world, and we get the first manipulation. And remember, I said sometimes we are manipulated, and it's really sometimes by love. Our parents, like we watched a documentary on Gaia about recovering your true self, and they were speaking about how parents teach you how to put this mask on
Right.
in life to be able to survive and to, have to them some type of high self esteem, but really they don't know they're hiding your true self.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing your parents, I think part of the video, he said the parents teach the boys, you got to be strong and you don't cry. And then the
Right.
girls, you be a good girl. And you know what I'm saying? Girls wear dresses, and this is just how it is. Because
Mm-hmm.
these are societal norms that have been put in our society, and now they're manipulating who we truly are. So
Right.
people get up every day thinking they have to live a certain way, but this is not who they really are. Now we have programmed people through all these, um, through TV, and then just these
Music.
norms and beliefs that's just so set in stone that you have to abide by. Now you're this bioengineered personality, and now we wonder why we have so much wrong with the psyche,
Right.
why we have so much wrong with the mind, the mental illness, because we're messing with people's energy.
Instead of just letting people be who they are.
Right. Instead of just living organically.
Right.
Even people, and the reason why parents give their children those masks, because they're afraid if my child shows their true self that they'll be ridiculed, they'll be persecuted, or they'll be made fun of, or they won't be able to get to that certain position in life because they're this, they're considered weird.
So is it? Would you say a person who is an entertainer, they got to put on this mask to entertain, the masses? Um, whatever it is that they, good at.
Hmm.
They got to put on this mask to entertain, because people like this type of act from them, or they enjoy this type of entertainment from them. They enjoy it. So you want to pay to see it live,
Yeah,
or through TV. So yeah, I get it.
yeah. But it's crazy because with actors and entertainers, of course, they play a role. You know what I'm saying? They have to play a role. And we watch them. And it's funny because the programming they are a part of the programming. You have writers that write a script, the directors to control the way you move, and then you have execs that want to see a certain thing that's going to feed to the psyche of the people that's watching it, because we want them to see it to generate money. And what's going to generate money is whatever feeds the psyche. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever um, the popular thing that's feeding the psyche is going to generate money.
Whatever's trending, the latest
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people fall into that. And then people begin to lose themselves. And now we got you. You're a bioengineer. So now we can manifest. This is how people don't understand how people who have elevated, and they call this elevation or this work in metaphysics called alchemy, where it's pretty much personal growth and development to the highest form of self, so you can manifest the highest you that you can be in this experience, in this journey.
Right. So you want to maximize your
Your potential,
your
your energy
potential.
that you were born with
Yeah.
into this lifetime. And
Okay.
there's people, that's what people that they say control this society, is
Hmm.
people who have probably to the maximum degree fulfilled, and they know how to do these things. They know how to do certain things in what you practice in metaphysics and occult, to be able to strengthen themselves because they know the truth. The truth. A lot of this, a part of bioengineered personality is keeping the truth from people. If you don't know the truth,
Right.
how do you know who
Right.
you really are?
Right.
And by part of bioengineering personality is I'm going to lie to you because I need you to act a certain way. I need to control you.
Right.
And see, I don't want to give you the freedom to be who you truly are, so I'm going to lie to you.
It takes you out the element of being an independent thinker
Exactly.
to a certain degree.
You notice
So
kids are no longer curious nowadays. They just going with whatever float, whatever
I mean,
wave is
I
float.
think they still have curiosity, but a lot of times too they go, well, what's trending, what's
The
popular.
curiosity is controlled.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say
I
that.
mean,
The curiosity is controlled.
yeah.
So
So, I mean, it's just, to me, first things first, even within my own, and this is where I say the party, and even when you referencing, but for one experiencing, I think everybody, most people are going to come to a point in life where they're going to hit their Saturn return. A lot of people are not going to make it to their Saturn return. And I'm saying this because this is astrology talk. So, every
mm,
30 years, your Saturn returns to the time where you were. It's the same place that you were born, same sign that you were born in. And it's maybe 1 or 2 years prior to your 30th birthday, but
mm,
it's something that happens to you that's going to transition you into life, into maturity. And most folks, it don't. I mean, well, no, most folks, it do. A lot of folks, it don't.
right.
And I believe if people want to know who they truly are, for one, it's going to take you a while. And I don't mean to be throwing that age thing around, but really it is. Um, Saturn controls time. You don't know yourself before 30.
Mm, interesting. Now, why you say that?
is deep into astrology.
Mm. So we might have to dive into that.
So most people need to take out the time to sit back, eliminate things, and just do a deep study of themselves. And to me, first thing first to do that is to learn about where your soul came from. To know that you're more than just the body. And think about
Then that go back to the energy thing, your body making up the
exactly
molecules and the, that sort of thing. Does this go into the Big Bang
astronomy.
theory? I mean, the Big Bang theory
Yes,
that goes in.
astronomy. Because I don't want to go far to that because, and this is a quick reference. If you want to know a little bit about that, it's a show on. Is it Gaia? People should go on Gaia. What is it? GAIA
Yeah,
dot com.
GAIA.
Yeah, and then it's an app. I'm pretty sure if you go on your app store, if you have an Android or iPhone, I'm pretty sure you can find it. They have an app, but they have a show called Mystery Teachings. Oh my God, it teaches you so much, but it'll speak a little bit about the Big Bang. But in our essence, we are science. We are energy.
Science. That's what I was
We
waiting on you
come
to
from
mention.
molecules and atoms.
Science.
And
A lot of, in my opinion, a lot of science debunks. I don't want to say history, but depending on who's telling the history, but it debunks a lot of things that's been um, created by man.
right.
Science, and I'll be honest, man, I never was into science in school. That was like one of my least interesting subjects. I was more into history, but a lot of history.
Or
Exactly.
he is his story,
Exactly.
but everybody
So,
has a story.
right, exactly. So, but just pretty much how we got here, how we were, how we formed, um, from from the human race to your ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of lies in the history books,
Right.
depending on who it was coming from. And
And
if you
that's
go
how we
to
lost who we are.
right, and so, but if you go into the science aspect of it, that's definitely a good start. That give you, well, for me, it gave me a little more clarity. You know what I'm saying? It gave me a little more clarity and opened my mind up to debunk a lot of things that was in history that were
Yeah.
not true. So sort of like, just being miseducated a little bit. You have to re-educate yourself.
So so you can know who you truly are. So you
Right.
can live your most fulfilled life. And this is how alchemy is. You have to break down the stages so you can know who you are, so you can start living your full potential. But first thing first, I recommend people to take yourself as much as you can. It's funny that when I say this, take yourself as much as you can out of this world. I know that sounds crazy. But what I mean is, sometimes you may have to remove yourself from friends. You may have to remove yourself from family. And I mean, do this in a way of like, maybe you don't always have to tell them. And if they don't understand, they don't understand because this is about you and your personal growth, your personal alchemy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if people are there at the end of it, that's where they supposed to be. If they not, that ain't where they supposed. So hey, we gonna keep it moving. Cause my personal growth have people that's supposed to be in my life. And if you ain't in my life, you can't understand that I'm trying to grow. And that's going to mean I have to remove myself from this world for a while, however long it takes.
Right.
When I feel like I can reintroduce myself. And two, most people don't know when you reintroduce yourself to the world, they'll be like, who is this person?
Right.
What you doing? What you doing? I just really learned who I am. And they'll think something is wrong with you, but no, I'll tell you. It was something, yeah, it was something wrong with me then. I was living a bioengineered personality. I was living a fake life. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but first things first, a person needs to know that they are energy. You are a soul. You have spirit in you. People so worried about bodies, but these are just vehicles. Enjoy your vehicle while it lasts, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't
Okay.
want to be a little bit morbid, but people are so scared of death. You can never die. You can never die. Your car might get old and raggedy and burn out, or something may happen. You have a bad accident, but you never die. We never die. And a lot of people don't believe in reincarnation. Energy is the law. One of the law of physics is one of the laws of physics. I'm not a physics teacher, but energy can never be created or destroyed. It just transforms.
Right. Right.
So it's kind of like this pencil. I can break it into four pieces. It's still the matter, the material. It's
Right.
just now down to four pieces.
Right.
And then I could take them four pieces and cut them four pieces into eight. But the matter of the fact is, matter of the fact
Right.
is, it's still
The
a,
fact of the matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I get you.
So people don't understand you should never be afraid of death. But what you should be afraid of, what are you doing to your soul while you're here? Are you
Mm.
living a bioengineered life? Because our whole purpose is to come down here and live organically.
Mm.
And that ain't what we doing. And because
Mm.
people are so afraid because,
Food for thought. Food for
yeah,
thought.
when I was born here, I was put on a mask. And if I put on this mask and show my true self, people ain't gonna, they gonna make fun of me. They ain't gonna like me. I ain't gonna be popular. I ain't gonna be loved. Then you have all those insecurities coming out. When you really should be saying, I don't give a fuck, this is me. It is what it is. I'm living my truth. I'm living myself. I'm living how I'm supposed to live. You're living a lie. You're living a bioengineered personality. Do you know who you are? I know
Right.
who I am. And because I'm weird to you, you're the weird one. You're the one living a bioengineered personality.
Right.
I'm living truth. So how am I weird? You've been so programmed to think that because I'm authentically living myself and I'm organically living myself that I'm weird. It's so messed up because you see, you don't even see that you're not living your truth. So first things first, you got to understand we are energy. We never die. That's a power within itself. I am energy. I'll never die.
Mm. Hey, it's pretty deep. That's definitely enlightening. So how can we dive into this a little bit more? We can we almost we about 30 minutes, almost 30 minutes. Um,
You
you
might
want to
have
dive
to,
into
because
a
it's
little
some
bit
more.
more,
Yeah.
or
So
you
first
want
thing
to?
first, this is part one of bioengineered personality. I would recommend people take themselves out of this world. And when I say that, oh my God, I am not telling anybody to off themselves or nothing like that. Or no, what
No, we
I
don't want you to do that.
no,
Don't do
please,
nothing
that
like
ain't
that.
what I'm saying. Listen clearly. What I'm saying is sometimes you have to remove yourself away from your friends, your family. I know we got to get up and go to work. Maybe when you go to work, you're not too vocal, even in silence. Just be quiet, say the minimum. You know what I mean? Just be to yourself, be in your thoughts. Do your work, be focused. But when you have a time, take time to yourself. Even if you have to sit and meditate at work on your lunch break, if you have to go sit in your car, but as much as you can, take yourself away from interaction with people. And the reason why I'm saying this is, but in a healthy way, because being alone don't always mean you lonely. If you taking time to get to know yourself, because please believe me, if I'm not talking sometimes you and me in the house and I'm just to myself, I'm so into learning who I am. It's so fascinating. People be around like, why you ain't interacting? Well, I'm just in my own little world. I'm trying to learn who I am. I don't have time that I really want to associate and talk to you because I'm learning who I am. And I'm sorry, when I come out of this, maybe I will if we the right type of energy.
Right.
So you got to take yourself out of this world. When I say those things, take yourself away so you can start learning who you are. And then when you do that, know that you're energy and study energy. And then we'll go to the next step.
Okay, so there you have it. We gonna we gonna follow up with another video and dive into this a little bit more. This is just a little sample, a little taste of what we trying to do and what we trying to get into. So check this vid out. We do have an introduction video of Jewels and Gems. Check that out to get a more in depth of what the platform is about, um, who we are. But as time go on, we're gonna put out more videos so you get to know us, get to understand what this platform is about, and just go from there, man. This is all about enlightenment, educating, learning as well. Definitely learning from others. So um, thank you for joining us. I'm gonna wrap this thing up, and like I always, like I like to say, a little something I came up with: have less kiss ass ways and more kick ass days, and that's how we gonna end it. So y'all have a good night. Join us again and follow up video to this. Peace.